the president's car. Another car directly behind the presidential car. Another Secret Service man spread eagle over them. We don't know. He's got the rifle being pulled back in. Several police officers are rushing up the hill at this time. He has been given a blood transfusion. It's official. As of just a few moments ago, the President of the United States is dead.
Hi, my name is Debbie Bach, and I'm 61 years old. I've been asked many times how I became so politically active, and I was fortunate enough at the age of 10 years old to see John F. Kennedy's motorcade come through Fort Worth, Texas. On this particular day, it was November 22nd, 1963, and I was in the 5th grade. And I remember our school, along with all the other schools in the area, got out to go to the motorcade where John F. Kennedy would be coming down a main street of Fort Worth, Texas before he went over to Dallas, Texas. I remember our school, we were all so excited because that previous 3 years we had had a big election. Who was going to vote for Richard Nixon and who was going to vote for John F. Kennedy? And of course, Kennedy won, and we were all thrilled because he was that kind of vibrant, young president. So on this particular day, our school went on buses, and we went to the parade route, and we all got out, and we were like within 10 feet of his motorcade as he drove by us, which was the thrill of my life at that time. But at 10 years old, that's being pretty impressionable. After we saw his motorcade, we went back to school and not thinking anything about it. I was at lunch. It was about an hour later, and they came on the loudspeaker and they told us, I might cry because it still affects me, but they told us that John F. Kennedy had been killed. And my teacher at the time was a man, and he broke down, and I've never seen a man cry. At 10 years old, that affected me. So I think that's what formed who I am today, which I'm very politically active, and John F. Kennedy getting killed by, well, at the time we didn't know, and probably to this day we still don't know, but it made me realize that if people don't get active, especially in America, things like this could happen all the time. And I've always been worried about President Obama. And because of John F. Kennedy, that's where my politics started. That was at 10 years old. And when he got on the plane to go over to Dallas from Fort Worth, which is really only like a 20-minute drive, we were all just excited to see on the news later, because our teacher was going to let us watch the news of his motorcade coming through Fort Worth. But that was nixed because of what happened that day. So after my teacher got the news at the door, they let the schools out and everybody went home. And I just remember sitting in front of the TV with my parents, everybody crying because it was such a big day in our history. And so now, 50 years later, it seems like we haven't come very far, and we still have that kind of mental attitude of a lot of people that some people are worth less. So I can honestly say John F. Kennedy affected my life in such a way that I will never, ever forget it as long as I live, and I try and instill in my children the same values I have. And Robert F. Kennedy also affected me the same way. Although I was 15 years old then, it was just a much, I was more understanding of everything. So it was just a trying time in our lives, and I kind of hope we're past that and we can all, get past that and become just one.